Natural knowledge. Team 7, who has no a PhD, calls striking professors and defeats them hands down.
Professors who are learned.
Hey. Have eaten, have a vlog.
He
has natural intelligence on addition to knowledge. To be knowledgeable, to be wise, knowledge is acquired.
Is acquired.
Provided you get it and they apply it properly.
How about wisdom?
Wisdom is natural. Kyovolaba the Suleiman Katonda yamwacha amagezi. But when you compare Suleiman and Museveni mu Bible, singa Museveni yaliwo n'okwata ebintu bibiri. Tebamu besi yamuga nti bakuwadde obutwa. Ngani abakuwadde. Zizinga ne mukyala Njuba abakufumbira emmere nga mwambuluga. Amiba.
Kali
namugamba Museveni yabaga nti oba bampadde obutwa. Babere wano nfe nga bandaba. But let us call another doctor. Is beyond Suleiman.
Okay.
Yes. And they contacted another doctor, Bata, who contracted the base years findings. Over the two base you Western, ne Bata, Western Naira. Museveni
yalikiriza byano.
So natural intellect. Kati zimba kubira buli lwebavaayo mbakubira ku natural intellect. Natural intellect.
Okay.
Kakata temeteri. You have two issues.
Yes.
The first issue is what?
Yeah.
If you are journalist who sets the agenda.
Waliwo ensonga ezitambula ez'okuba nti waliwo abatabaze bafa babazula mu septic tank bakola biki mbalina tutumye
kakati kambabuulire this is stage managed.
Nze Tamale damu statement you.
One, do we still in the time of when God used to talk to people directly? Is God still sending Jibril? Let the police tell us. How do they know? Those who cannot even trace the killers of their senior police officers, who tells them that dig here? There is a body in a septic tank. Because a body in a septic tank can only be found if those who participated
in the killing
give evidence. Like in this case. If you cannot kill yourself, you are exposed. You end up becoming a serial killer. It's a principle in psychology. Nti omuhikirwa wattu eyagala okutta gwe yatuma okutta kijjana. For his safety, nayogera. Kawani in this case, there must be a person who leaks this information. Who is Yani? Police answer. Two, that would mean a confession. A confession. Ngalokoka. Nattanga abantu bali omu. Three, there must be an escapee who survived in hiding. Omusajja yayokya essomero ly'Ebuddo yakomawo. Yakomawo n'asa facing. I alerted some security people. Karubuli tebamuta. Kwanza abange tebabookya. Naye recently, one of the people who burnt that primary school surfaced and faced the person who hired him. It was a landed deal. Kale Katonda byakola. Mutta abantu tebafa. Oli omuvuka yadduka n'agenda ewaabwe Kalungu. N'afuuka Zondo. N'efuula Zondo. Kakati kitaawe afa atunda ettaka ayagala kutunda ttaka. Bamubuulira leading land buyer in Kampala. Bamitinga ku Poopoko. Nga ye yamulagira okutta. Ne bagasimbagana. Are you still alive? Nti yes. N'amugamba kati mbadde miliyoni 10 kangende mu banka processing payment. This boy came to me. I surrendered him to security, but I told him to disappear.
Okay.
Yes. The police are known. One day they'll be arrested. Kakati an escapee. A mulokole who is confessing, preparing himself to face God. Over the three factors, what has happened? Police investigations in Europe, they can investigate a case. Some cases are being reinvestigated using modern techniques.
Modern techniques, okay.
Twakujjako samples kati DNA eweri we can charge you again. Kakati njagala ombuulire. zatandikira wa musajja oli
onebe
ne eryabuliza omusango ne bamutta mu intelligence tubuuza who benefits from this murder, who benefits from this, wetutandikira to zero kyobola mbakwata teri case woni gibali
case weri ola badaginonyerezako
and the police does not help. A man like Odwe, who represented a long time ago, comes up with his idea head and confused the brain to blame the president for appointing a usual man to head side. Which if you cannot, they usually say, we shall leave no stone unturned. Your police officers have been killed and nobody has been brought to book. Kakati nkugamba tiekyo kamba buli amakulu agakirimu. The organic case, if he does not overthrow this government, Museveni will be like a man.
The organic case?
The organic case can be a turning point in our politics. It involves very rich fellows. The first person the United Nations informed was the president. But the case has dragged on for 8 years. It is now in its final stages. Once these people know, and they have used a lot of money, I pity them. I was watching them 2 days ago. I followed the case. You are powering money. Billions. The Bazungu are eating it. And they are going back on Thursday, on Zoom. They are testifying on Zoom. The team that went to Hague was detained there. Wawuya and Weyomba, prominent surgeons in Mulago.
Okay.
I watched a meeting where Wawuya and Weyomba were being recruited to kill people for organs at college in Makerere. The chairman told them, the man said he stammers. Waweru stammers. But I hear this man called Mirundi talking about this. Don't care. Mirundi will be silenced within a very short time. The chairman assured you, you can even inform reformers. What if I play those video clips? Chairman, but there are people who have even raised issues. How did your wife die mysteriously? Tiabuka kumadala now. If it was organized. Kani mbagamba. Bano bali ba lawyers baba gamba. Initially, baba gamba don't allow activism in Uganda. But they made a mistake. They killed my daughter. But when I have 2 medical doctors, after surrendering the body, it was not COVID. The COVID no.
Okay.
One of my doctors observed a woman. The body had no organs. Sir Albert Cool, and I'm looking for the doctor. I will kill you with your children. I can use, if you fail, I will use the thunderbolt to find where you are.
Okay.
Kakati, aba media bajiwa 10 billion.
Yes.
Na kano. Nekadamu nekabafera kagenda omwana nekajayo sente nekagenda w'omuchina nekajayo sente nekajayo kino bakwata $30 million kabafera ako nekaddu kati today nimbalimira because of a course vuba alowooza nti once you use a toilet paper and you flush it you can retrieve it. The technology is not there. You use me, you dump me, we fall apart.
Okay.
They told them there are 3 parts on my body which I respect the most. My head, the assault hit my brain, we fight until death. My anus, the moment you turn it into play another role, you are turning me into a woman. I kill you. My body, I don't play with those things.
Okay.
Because tonjonga to bagana, and they are watching me. I'm seeing them on my phone. Kakati. Bakugamba, let government recognize organizing and donations by law.
Kibere legal.
All of these cases, one of the people whose the bodies where they have been exhumed was killing his relatives and selling organs. These are close relatives. One of the people you see in the media, he was killing relatives from his wife's side. Kakati bali bagala okuzimba case nti the organs are needed, yes. Even in Europe, Margaret Thatcher donated her eyes. People donate. You don't need to kill me before. I helped a boy, a young man, from Chenjojo. And the mother of that young man became my mother. I visited her, but I will not mention her name for security reasons. Mwana we yali akola mu government ng'anoonya kidney. N'afuna munne egundi omulokole. They have a fellowship. Seno gye mugenda okusoma mu katabo kamu. How they misuse the word fellowship. Even balokole can charge them. Kakati yamujja mu Arua. Lango. They went to India. The woman, I don't think that the president still remember. Yamuwa sente omwana oyo.
President yawa omwana sente.
Wazaali miliyoni 6.
Okay.
N'agenda ne bamujjanjaba. Ono his return ne bamugoba ku mulimu n'oli ne bamugoba ku mulimu. I had to intervene for the boss to go back to work. Donation. This is donation, younger people. Donation. You donate. My kidney, I donate because there are 2. Yes. If a plane, if one of the engines develops problems, it means nti musobola okutuuka oba okuddayo ku base defense. Ne landing kubeera mujja kuleeta abagikanika. Kati if you have 2 kidneys,
you can donate one. No cigaza.
Donating is different from extracting. Illegal. You kill people. This is different. Why do I say that you kill people? These organs are extracted from you while you are still alive.
You're still alive.
What they do, they declare you clinically dead after some time. Yes, the trade is high. But Uganda is a center, unfortunately.
Why is the government quiet?
But refugees, why is it that the Chinese are here and they established a base, a separate cell?
Why is the government quiet on this issue?
And let me tell you, it involves very big people. 157. 63 of your surgeries are involved. Nabagamba nti the center was in Rugazi. Do you see now accidents mu bikajjo bya Meta? Has the road been widened?
No.
In Eastern, the problem in the Anglican Church is connected to organs. There is ono Bishop Erekiti tabirimu bamukuba. Have you forgotten that in the recent past, buses used to knock each other in Eastern Uganda? There was a cell there, led by a senior politician. Unu Masaka, Fika Salama, the doctor was in Kitovu. Masaka government hospital was denied ambulances. In the case of accidents, it was a Kitovu. That would tell, yes. And the Kitovu cell is still active. When the chairman traversed Uganda seeking contributions from medical doctors, I was watching him every visit he made. He met the doctor in Kitovu. He said, "Me, I'm still working. I'm not affected. In fact, I'm expecting money from Tanzania. Should I play the tape?" Kakati bino byonna bimulaba. They want to justify. There is a need for these kidneys. Agreed. There is a need for spare parts. But we cannot create a second market for human beings. This is where I go wrong, gentlemen. If I'm donating, you tell me.
I have to do it willingly.
Yes. But the doctor telling me, have you got, can I get you one? Dangerous. Yes. Me have told you my background, my involvement in this traditional religion. Somebody umusawa kugamba genda oleete endeku eyakula ku kiryo yokka. How do you observe it? Goba tegina nze gireeti. Genda oleete endiga nga yandali yamagulu 3 nga malema. Impossibility. You give me a witch doctor, a shrewd one, who is not part of our ethics. Ajai kugamba bwati. That's why people end up killing their children. Kuba kusaba impossibility. Kakati, are we going to go to the situation where a medical doctor tells you your kidney is diseased? Ndwadde. If you can get a donor, and it's not easy to get people who match. God is very unique.
Kituufu.
Kakati yajja kuba nze njirina
ng'agijeewa.
Nedda mukazi gwa change. You bring this bill which I incite the population against you. Let the end of this bout up MPs stand up, which I incite, which I create a contradiction. You will be declared the personal non-gratas in your constituencies.
Believe them parliament.
Anti bano bagiwinga. Nobody is saying that there is no, even in Europe.
The need is there.
Why is it that this organ trade is concentrated in Arab countries? The Bazungu cannot do it. A Muzungu cannot accept a spare parts from people. Even cloning, they rejected it.
But it's Mubuarabwao,
Kakati on Amongi, it stresses the purpose of Amongi's visit is to say people are killed abroad. When we hand over these people, we don't take a responsibility. How?
Contract.
How? Nakali mulimu gwe gubadde to ensure the company that is it wala. I gave you a story of a young man who went to Turkey, paid money to a man who is still in operation. As he was going, as these people were going, a group of 500 people, they started asking them, who are their parents? This man, young man, is the son of a general, a serving general in the army. But because they know I support UPDF, I'm the strongest defender of UPDF. So this boy came. We became friends. There were so many people, younger people who come. There is one I treat like my biological son. He recently married in Chiruhura. I refused to go. Said I will undermine the future of this young man. Nini wafe bamumanyi nejaja wa mumanyi nani abisinga ne wafe. Because for me I irukufa. I did not attend the wedding. But I have so many of that children. So this man said my biological father is Tamale Mirundi. This tough man, yes. You know what they did?
No.
They said for you, you are going to return to Uganda. They gave him a return ticket and they told him to hide his passport. Immediately they arrived there, I will explain one day what happened. The 500, the 399 people, boys have never been heard of. But this man, because they thought it was my son, he came back. I don't know how God told him. They said, but you were Mukonjo. Yes. Mirundi got me from Mukonjo woman. But you were Muslim. Hey, haven't you heard Mirundi talking about his
relatives being Muslims?
Muslims. This is what saved the man. Another one took 500 people. Immediately came back, closed the company. And has put up sold buildings in the company. So this is a serious matter. Which was, if we made a mistake, you made a mistake. But will you face the challenges? The more the dividends, the risk in the business. Nkubuulire abongenda bakwatako. Do you see monitor? Do you see monitor? Monitor, I know Makalo. I know this man. He was a very close friend of the president. At one time, I was accused of inciting Muslims against people against Muslims in 1979. The man was proved innocent. Makalu was also was accused of lacking academic papers to qualify as chairman because of there was a Makalu, there was another man. The other man was called who? He was also contesting. And they wanted to defeat him to embarrass Muse Kalazwalo.
Okay.
Kalazalo. Mwenye do you know nti nzamwera kema? Waliwo gundi. An old man Kazola. Kazola found me in the Muno newspaper when he came. Kazola liked the Muno newspaper, but I don't know whether he was a Catholic. These are people who had grown up with the Europeans. So Kazola was a regular visitor to Muno newspaper. Found me and said, when I was young, said, younger man, you are intelligent. He listened to my argument. He was not staying in his house. He was staying in Serena, near the hotel. He called me one day. I was speaking in a very soft voice. Said, if you want money, come here regularly. But me, I'm scared about money. But one time when I was going to Germany for training, I went to Kazola's place, suit. You are going to Germany for training? Good news. Yaje engattozi. Engatto. Nga zirimu munda. Wool. Me at that time I didn't know. Oba winter obachi. I would have died in Europe. Nampane gundi. Kazola no de muzei Kazola. Nyamwera ke man. Very lucky. Anti biri ebintu byange. Bibigenda binondoola buli wamu.
Kusalawo kwa Mungu.
Bantu ali wabaziriyo nga nkoze strike. Basta omukazi mu Kampala. The soldiers at a road block. Street, a woman is buried. But determining a shooters. They put up a censoring committee. I said, no. Young as I was, they took me to Basilio. He said, your soldiers killed a woman. Basilio listened. Bamuchusiza mululu. Nanga, can you take me there? Ntie, where? Basilio ended up giving me $50,000. Iyo mutoto wa gazeti ya Chikatuliki, he says the truth. Komite saji kuba nenjijawo. Komite ya censorship nga minister agitaddewo Dr. Joko Mulozo wa DP. Nekikuba mu 85. Nekikuba nenjijawo.
Kuva dda oli musajja.
Nze once I faced the challenges sikyuka kuba nti bano nababala. In 80 years Kambalemere will be exposed. The lifespan of a president is how many years? Museveni has been abnormal. After president Bameka. That's why in Ghana, rolling is new. If I hand over to a wholesale group, this is about former leaders. Myaka age. Yakola constitution ya myaka age. No president of Ghana shall rule Ghana beyond 2 terms or 4 years.
4 years.
No lacuna. Kufu never attempted to change the Ghanaian constitution. Anti yamanya nti if my people don't kubanga yawamba government emirundi ebiri. Yasoka nagiwamba ne batekawo okulonda. Ne batekawo Dr. Limani nga tamwagala. Nagikomawo nagijjawo. Nolunaku n'abagabo mulirikwatanga balujjako ne bokyana ennyumba ye. Rolling is survived in Ghana because he is married kumumbeja we Kumasi. Kakati abaana ne bategeera. Kakati ono Makalu bamuleeta kati nti he died. You will get a number of cases printed in the media articles. Even this former governor, immediate governor, Bank of Uganda, bagenda muleeta. Yafudde kidney, there was no donor. Don't waste your time. I will oversmart you. You face the challenges ahead. Change. Let us see what cabinet has decided. Cabinet is both. Let any person who brings a bill, let us wait. Let this case end so that we'll talk about bills. But if you say, let me tell you, when you read my new book, I tell you the story of Walaji. That after realizing that Walaji was a hazard to human lives, The then governor went to Mengo Lukiiko, told them, help me to defeat Walaji. A member of the Lukiiko asked him, what are the health hazards of Walaji? The man said, it affects your liver. Oh, the river. Good, bad. But you tell us. Emuganda who dies with a good liver? What financial benefits does he get? The governor said no. Get out of the Lukiiko. Yes. The Bazungu had to leave persuasive methods to Draconian. The colonial government enacted the Enguli Act 1923. Engulika. Something that changes your brain within a short time. Kubana bagan to Walaji is corrupted from a gene. It was started by Nubian soldiers.
Okay.
That's why it became a war gene.
A war gene.
Kakati, even if they enacted the law, it failed. The Bazungu went ahead and created the Uganda Walaji, purified the Walaji. The ordinary drinkers said no. Bino biswazi. They don't buy a Walaji drinker cannot buy. In fact, Uganda Walaji would be for export. Uganda Walaji is needed everywhere. But these people want kasese. They don't want diluted. Why? They don't drink to talk. They drink to forget their problems. Hey. Yes, at least you ever kutulo. Ogenda mugundi. Bino. Do you know? When somebody comes to my home, an arrogant man like me, no ngamanti gwe oliani banabe konga banabazanya gondi ebyo be committee comedian can a comedian marry in my family a comedian however he is anti fa bagantu tuyita kwekonga nti balakola mulimu nti mwekonzi ewange sibakuba nekidani neshenga kulesene muko
kana no mwana eta Tamale
yumbwa
najja nakatayala moto
natishika kuba natishika naba ngakatuzanyira mukazanyira mu family yafu akujina wako yakazala ku nkobe abo handsome younger for us our families very handsome younger people ngakatwerimbisemu bakakozesa nembabazi yakawa kusent nakagulira emotoka nalweyiso mukangege nebakawa gondi ku CBS na yitali nimba gamba abantu bange ye mutabani wange one of the lawyers is a gentleman because he grew up in good schools miamu iliyo juwakali namugamba kakube naga no let us go to court tandiko kwata ebintu bya kubibalanga negondi tuziwabire kuzizo my supporters no kisoka ankubulira the perception failed because the Walaji drinkers could not abandon Walaji. The Wazungu decided to use the military, the police. Military was reserved. Mwine bombo ngati bajja tebalabikako. Police beyagendanga okwate egundi. Okwata Walaji nga ye munywa. Nga batwala empute je gundi babitanga kalibia containers byali bijirasi binene bwe biti bichupa nga balo. Abantu batandika okudda mu thick forest until today. Yes, Kamwenge was recently known. Railway train yagana ngokugende walala negende Kasese to bring what? Kasese. So when even those who keep animals, the moment the gund, a lion tests a human being, Bajita. Kakati de kagamba nti we shall solve the organic case by law. By law? No, is clear. Emirambo gyonna tugikebere. Kubanga bafa a painful death. They die a painful death. If these people, if these organs, they have a word now, harvesting organs. Harvesting, is it a garden? Harvesting organs. If they are harvested from dead people, the man who is creating trouble for Tumweba's flank is Amulan. Amulan, I chased him here, he recorded him, I can even play his videotapes. Amulan targeted my wife.
Okay.
Nimba what? That was their mistake. Nabatanga because targeted my family. you target my children, my relatives under even my vehicle, the vehicles are monitored by satellite. I'm an international asset. My vehicles are monitored by you kill him, but Bamuyina is monitored. Murwanyi say, Gundi, Gageti Citizen. Nakubida Katambijo, Ngoriabaga and Museveni years running, inside the palace. We looked for this man, Vajanigam. I already say I have a residence in Gava.
Yes.
He covered a garden Naya Makanomukas. He changed Naya Makanomukas. He wasn't a Naya Makanomukas. These are characteristics of a rich Uganda man. Aban and Kaga Naribajo.
It's tough.
From one woman.
It's so.
Kagesi, if I'm richer than my father and we meet in heaven, Ngamboza and Buina Banavameka, Zenakusinga, Likodian no detail. Sita Kukiza, Bereti and Yakuvuma, when a man as a git one. Fetu followed Fetu in a Bereti Yokuvuma, Uganda. Champion, Bumuma Piratella. We are going to a Bereti young.
Mississippi.
Ayataka kati mbagamba nti
if
they harvested from dead people, the people were charged with our Ugandan people. 2 Chinese, those have fled the country and abandoned their business. I'm going to grab it.
Okay.
Because a man with his rulers, after contributing a lot of money, I have a recording of Mwenda quarreling with the chairman about how they shared the money without informing the other group. Mwenda went to Oman. I also have a video on this. There is a Kenyan, a Rwandese, and 2 Chinese. What's the role of Kenyans? The Kenyan was the one receiving Kenyan refugees in camps. The Rwandese, do you want to relocate to Canada? They ended up where? According to reports, one of the reasons why they fought Okadaga, because if you want to know, very interesting meeting.
Okay.
Kadaga was given a document by the ICC, but I think she feared for her life and sat on it. But the initial had it. The Ministry of Justice got a copy, was removed, Otafiri. The other UPC man was also defeated in an election. Tumweba they ended up in the gender ministry, and Mukwaya was kicked out, and Bigirimana was transferred. This man believed, but the Banyankule have a proverb. Bogenda okulimba amazima ogasangayo. Tumweba they found the truth in the gender. Sitting there in the gender office did not help with the case. Trying to kill me did not help. In fact, I hardened. If what you want to kill me, but I will never help you. Kadikikutegeza. If you bring a law, I change. What are the adverse impact? If I'm not a mature man, by now, people would be abandoning hospitals.
Okay.
Yes. People would be abandoning hospitals. If we are going to bring a law, it must come after the verdict of this case. But they are sure. They have given them a lot of money. They have taken the heresy stand. They have given the people, strong people, lobbyists money. You give people $30 million, you dangle $3 million to me. What is it? No Cuban inquest of you use Museveni's money to humiliate me again. So yeah, you will pay. The only thing I share with a human being is eating and going to the toilet. Otherwise, I'm not an ordinary human being. Professor, we are not dealing with an ordinary human being. True, Professor, I clap for you. These people will suffer. You suffocate me for 8 years, telling businessmen and everybody that don't give him money, he must kneel before me. Are you a king? You will compensate all my money. This has become Omutego. Omutego is a battle, hatred that has gone on for a long time. I don't touch your money. I don't greet you. We cannot share the same room. You always throw money In the past, they used to throw that money in Masanganzira. Today, you throw it. They told me to open a bank account.
Hey.
Hey. Nibagaka tugule motoka libajikula. Drone. Tutekemu bilioni 10 tuzimutwali. Mwenda na watula ne munne. I was watching them to Uncle Sam. We are nearing cause meeting endala. Yategese bazikime ekiroba nziti. Mumpita wakuzanya inache sibamanyiko. Olaba abasajja abo kamba buli. I said, Miamu risk take. If the president thinks that these are jokers, they will eliminate his son. Nina gwenda wadde akatambi oba akamutwalira muhoozi muganda nga akamutwalira kubanze muhoozi si mumwe. Reviewing why muhoozi went to Rwanda. Why did he go alone? What they discussed with the president and whether the president was on Zoom. You see, what about what happened in the chat? Equatorial Guinea. Even was can be tempted to overthrow his father. What about you, who don't share blood relationship with him? Do you know? And you are going to make one mistake. You will kill one.